Namaste, Vadakkam, Adavas, Taslim, good afternoon, Jo Bole, So Nihal, Sat Shri Akal, Sat Shri Akal, Sat Shri Akal, Gang, Lang, Rang, Yang, Hang, Om, Om. So, in our last session, we addressed karma at quite a detailed manner. The various how the karma can be executed in a sattvic manner, in a rajasic manner, and in a tamasic manner, and what is desirable as per the Lord while giving discourse of Gita, what is desirable to attain salvation, the command of the God, the Upadesha of Gita, the direction of Gita for karma. We shall now look at the effect of karma. The shloka I have picked up, though it does not contain the word karma, it addresses Arjuna, the glory, the man of glory and splendor, and the son of Prithvi, the child of Prithvi, Partha, entrenched in the worldly emotions. Sukh dukhe samo kritva labh labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naevam papa vapsesi. Now, why I have picked up? Because struggle, yuddha is a kind of struggle. The struggle is the sign of life. In such a very, very fundamental life of a plant, the shoot struggles against gravity, tearing apart the upper soil. That's tender germinating seed, tears apart this topsoil, comes out, and on the other end, its root is tearing apart even the harder earth, harder undersoil, going around the rocks, finding its way to strike life, to preserve its life. And all through the life, the struggle is manifested in the most fundamental manner, in the most basic life form of a plant. So when it comes to human beings, our struggle is now a very complex kind of life. So our struggles are complex. Our yuddhas are complex. So yujyasva, when you plan and do execute, strategize and execute the struggles of life. Karma is part of it. What you are doing, how you are doing. How it should be done, we have seen. It should be done in a sattvika manner, Mukta sango naham vadi dhriti utsa samanvita siddhya siddhya nirvikara sakarta satvika uchyate. So satvika, we need to reach satvika karma during the struggle, and how that will be done during a life, during our daily life. Sukh dukkhe samokritva, take the comforts and discomforts, the pleasures and pain as equals. Labh labho, the gains or losses. Labh alabho, jaya jayo. Sukh dukkhe samokritva labha labho jaya jayo. Tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papa vapsayasi. So, gains or losses, labh alabho, they are twins. And then victory or defeat. Success, as we said, siddhya siddhyo nirvikara. Whether you succeed or you do not succeed, no vikar, no negativity has to be harbored. Whatever comes to your platter, you discharge it with best of your competence and capacity. Jaya Jaya. Tato yuddhaya yujyasva. Even when in this struggle without any motive of, without any consideration of gains and losses, victories and defeats, success or failure, comfort or discomfort, when such is the mental state in which we are struggling and executing our karma, in that, in yuddha, you have to sometime, you have to survive, you have to kill. Yuddha is war, the battle, and so is the modern struggle. It is cutthroat competition. So you don't have to, then it is not sinful even if somebody dies at your hand. Even when in a competition, when you snatch victory or success at the cost of somebody else's failure, it is always so. But that is not negativity. You did not plot against anyone, but you were enjoying a competition, you were enjoying gathering of that knowledge, studies, you are enjoying your work, and so the results of work, if they give you success, even if at the cost of somebody else's failure, let us say there is a competition for a limited slots of 100 seats and 10,000 candidates go. There are all kinds of candidates, the candidates who prepare considering that they have to succeed. Their goal is Rajsika, to succeed, to achieve. And there are Tamsikas who consider the competition is not the last one, it will come again next year. We will do that time, we'll see. And then there are those who have enjoyed gathering, preparing, enjoyed the journey, and now they take that competition as part of the journey. They are not bothered whether they will actually succeed or they do not succeed. Whether they get that slot 1 out of the hundreds or not, they're not bothered. The knowledge, the preparation they will make will stand by them throughout the life. I have seen students who marvel that such and such person remembers what she had read in around 40 years back during her schooling. It is because she enjoyed that schooling, she enjoyed reading that, she enjoyed studying that. So that experience has sunk as a blissful experience. That learning has become part of her life. And that learning will make her wise. Not merely learned, not merely knowledgeable, but also wise, because it has sunken into her. She has been enjoying, imbibing that learning. And therefore, that learning has become part of her persona. So this is how karma is to be discharged, is to be executed. What comes to your platter, if you enjoy, you relish it as a prasadam, as a gift by the God, that will become part of your persona, and that will stand by you for all times to come throughout life. That will when you need that knowledge, when you need that skill, it will stand by your side. Those children who learn bicycle as a burden, as something because their parents told them to do so, or as something that under peer pressure they are doing it. When they grow up, they are still scared of bicycle. They cannot ride bicycle. But those who learned as their own voluntary pleasure, whatever might have been the interval time, the moment they hold the cycle, they sit on it, pedal it, and they are there. They still enjoy it. It's just like that. So here the Lord says it is not papa, even if you wrench at the cost of something else, someone else. And lastly, we'll see what are the fruition of karma. What kind of fruits your execution of a karma, an action, brings. Karma sukritana syahu rajsiko nirmalam phalam rajastu phalam dukkham ajnanam tamsa phalam. Let's say, when you execute action, execute it with good intention, sukritina, and its fruits will be, each action will be attended by certain results. When you execute an action with sattvika guna, its fruit is nirmal, without any pollution, without any negativity. It will give you just a peaceful situation. You have gone through a journey of execution, and its fruit, you were never attached to it. But whatever its fruit, it is comforting. It does not give any negative, any pain, any negativity, any pain, any discomfort, because you were never bothered about the outcome. So, whatever the outcome is also the will of the ultimate truth, the ultimate spirit, the ultimate soul, the primordial energy, the Purusha. Rajsu कर्मणा सुकृत्स्याहु सात्विको निर्मलं फलम rajsu phalam dukkha. When you do it with the desire for your own self, for propagation of your ego, for your own pleasure, as we yesterday saw, harsha shokanvita, if success comes, the Rajasika Karta dances, displays his success, and if failure comes, depression dawns. But that joy of that success or the depression of that success are both painful, because you are enjoying your success and you feel that by succeeding you have vanquished some others and you are displaying your superiority over them. And behold, world is not bothered about your superiority. There are people who are still sympathizing with those who didn't make it. It pains you. You go to your friends, parents, expecting them to be jubilant as you are, but they are not. Some of them may actually say, so what? The alternate was that which was better. And the moment this comes, your joy becomes your pain. Your jubilation becomes your discomfort. Because of that attachment to it and that attachment to another karma. When you went into action, going to your friends, you already had attached yourself to certain expected results. So it is, and failure anyhow is depressing, is painful for Rajasika. So Rajsu phalam dukkham. Ajnanam tamsiko phalam. Now we go this to the tamsika. This is important. Tamsika, who was performing karmas lazily, even with the intent of harming others, because somebody else is profiting, to wrench part of that profit, to procrastinate, delay the work, to 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 because without competence. So if the tamsika succeeds, she will never learn those skills which were required for that work. It's laziness. Even after gaining a status, no effort is made to learn the skill. Remains ayukta, incompetent. Remains prakrita, uncivilized, unorganized. Both unorganized, uncivilized. Not standing up to the dignity of the status that one occupies. Or stabdha shatho, doesn't know the jargon of the work, doesn't know the expression of the work, and is at the same time adamant, stubborn. All these things will only propagate ignorance, lack of knowledge, lack of skills, and it results in that indulgence without knowing, mere indulgence in ignorance. Going into junk places, enjoying junk company, abusiveness, abusing resources, abusing people, never knowing what was the purpose of human life. They are the most pitiable people who have come to human life, but they don't have the qualities for human life. Yesham na vidya na tapo na danam jnanam na shilam guno na dharma te mrityuloke bhuvibhar bhuta manushya rupe mrigas charanti. A person who has no learning, no skills, no patience, no civilized civic values, no qualities, qualifications, and they are also not knowing, oblivious of their duties in different roles. They are like burden on the Mother Earth, and they move in the human body like other animals. That is the tamsika, the ignorance, because they are not in control of themselves, selves with capital S, selves with both capital and small. One is self, this body self, and the internal self. They do not touch it even once. All of us, we touch our inner self at least once a day. We have that feeling of divine at least once a day. Satvika realizes that, tries to sustain it. Rajasika feels it, lets it go. Tamsika doesn't even feel it. So pitiable is the state of tamsika. Like other creatures, it just roams around, goes through the life without even noticing that how beautiful the divinity is manifesting around and in herself or himself. The conscious level, the Chetana level of Tamsika is very, very, very low. So karmas, when those karmas, when we perform the Satvikas or the Rajasika or the Tamsika, whatever intention, they have their results, their fruits. When we execute a karma with Tamsika, we are never conscious of what we have done. And we gain no knowledge, no learning. It just gives us more ignorance. It pulls us into a lethargic mode because we didn't know how it happened. It just happened. We have not been able to appreciate that it has happened. And therefore, it only gives me more and more a feeling of superstitious miracles like Tamsika, which is a bliss of ignorance. It happened because the crow cawed in the morning on my roof. That is Tamsika. So, with this, we will now go on to the pathway. The first step of pathway is the food. So, tomorrow, next session, it may be a little longish one. We will dedicate it to the food. And food these days is quite a big subject. Nearly all get-togethers eventually come down to discuss the food. What is good, what is bad, which prolongs your life, what precipitates diseases. Though we will not go into those details, yet we'll touch that. So, with that, we close today's session. Om Tat Sat Iti Nirdesha Brahmanastri Vidha Smrita Brahmanastin Yagyascha Vedascha Vihita Pura Om